Hey guys, and welcome to the Racing Seat, where we pass on our brain knowledge to you via the internet. I'm Rez.
And I'm Matt. Today we'll be teaching you how to make a cold air intake. The budget's $90, we do ours for about $48. It's easy to do, use simple hand tools, and make your intake sound sporty.
So, first things first, here's what you're going to need to make it.
A ruler, or measuring caliper if you have one. This is to measure your throttle body to see what size silicone joints and pipe you need.
A marking pen or pencil, we're using a permanent marker.
Some silicone joints. It usually only takes 2 to 3 joints to make a cold air intake. Make sure these silicone joints are the right size for your throttle body. We have a 70mm throttle body, so we're using 70mm joints.
You also need some PVC pipe. We bought 1.5 meters long of 65mm PVC pipe, which fits perfectly inside our silicone joints. If you're not sure, test fit it.
A pod or mushroom filter with the same size flange as silicone joints. We're using a 70mm.
You also need some hose clamps that fit on your silicone joints.
You also need a cutting tool. We're using a hacksaw, but you can also use a grinder or a rotary tool.
Finally, you need a screwdriver or a small socket to tighten the hose clamps on your silicone joints and pod filter.
You will need to remove your current intake.
Now that you've removed that, put the first silicone joint on the throttle body. We're aiming our cold air intake for the hole in the chassis. Your route may be different. Now fit your PVC pipe into the silicone joint. Aim it for where you want the intake to go, and get your permanent marker out and mark it off.
When you're marking, always make sure to leave a little extra for the silicone joint to fit over. Also remember, it's always easier to cut more off than it is to add more on. And now we're ready to cut the pipe.
Now clean up your pipes with a file. Get all the loose bits off so it doesn't go in your intake. Make sure to thoroughly clean all the dust off your pipes. We used a rag for this. Make sure you get the outside and the inside. Attach both ends of the silicone joints to the ends of the pipe and test fit the intake in your car. As you can see, ours is a bit too long, so we had to trim a bit off. We've cut off the extra, and now we're going to test fit again. Make sure it isn't rubbing on any hard edges. This time, it fit good.
For the sake of space, we decided to jack the car up and take the wheel off.
Now get the remainder of your PVC pipe and put it into the second silicone joint. Mark and cut as before. Now it's time to mock up the rest of the intake. Put the second piece of PVC pipe with the pod on it into the joiner. Make sure it all fits nicely, and then put some hose clamps on to finish it off. Now slide the hose clamps over the silicone joint and tighten to clamp down on the PVC pipe. Now put the completed air intake in for final fitment. So that's how you make an air intake. Looks pretty ghastly, doesn't it, Matt?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it looks pretty terrible.
Yeah, so we're going to fix that next episode and answer some common questions you might have about air intakes. Till next time, I'm Rez.
And I'm Matt.
And this is the Racing Seat.